focus on Pakistan. The country has started the legal process to reach an extradition treaty with Britain that would pave the way for the UK to hand over former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. The development comes after a top Pakistani court earlier this month declared Sharif, who lives in self-imposed exile in London, a fugitive from justice for failing to return home to face additional corruption charges. Pakistan currently has no extradition treaty with Britain. Pakistan's Information Minister Shibli Faraz said that it is the duty of British authorities to not provide shelter to convicted criminals like Sharif. The United Kingdom is yet to respond to Pakistan Minister's statement, and that the process might take a few years and might also have to face stiff resistance in the Parliament. Nawaz Sharif, who ruled the country 3 times as Prime Minister, fell from grace after the country's Supreme Court ousted him from office over corruption allegations in 2017. In 2018, Sharif was sentenced to 7 years in prison for corruption and money laundering. That case was separate from the one pending against Sharif. Pakistani authorities in November 2019 temporarily released him on bail and deteriorating health so that he could travel and seek medical treatment abroad. Islamabad High Court reiterated that the 70-year-old PMLN Supremo is evading court proceedings purposely, and Sharif's exit from Pakistan is a mockery of the system. The Pakistani government has previously also made several attempts to carry out Sharif's deportation by vigorously pursuing the authorities and sending requests to the British government for Sharif's repatriation. Although Pakistan had no extradition treaty with the United Kingdom, before this the government wanted people to be repatriated under special arrangements, which Pakistan claims to have done with Britain in the past. For more details, let's quickly get in a sense of perspective on these developments. For that, I'm joined in by senior journalist Mateen Haider, who's joining us live from Islamabad. Mr. Haider, how do you view the process panning out, especially when Pakistan has no extradition treaty with the UK, and even the past requests for deportation have not really been considered by the UK?
Yes, very true. The past requests have been definitely not considered by the United Kingdom. And it may be recalled that number of times over the last almost 25 years, Pakistan has been requesting the United Kingdom to hand over former MPMG for Pakistan. So there have been no progress on that, despite the red warrants were issued. When former President General Pervez Musharraf was in the United Kingdom, even there have been a number of red notices shared with British Home Office. So there have been no progress on that. So same as far as this current development is concerned, as you said in your commentary as well, it may take a couple of years. It may take a couple of years in completing the entire process. So first thing is the confirmation and the availability of British authorities for the talks on extradition treaty. So the draft of the extradition treaty is yet to be prepared. Then there will be talks. Then the treaty will be signed, and it may take many years. And then, of course, the MLS, yes.
Absolutely. It's important to highlight the fact that it may take many years for the process to actually be completed. Having said that, Mateen, in an interview to Sama TV, Prime Minister Imran Khan has commented on Sharif saying, and I quote, "We want him deported. Extradition is a long process. Nawaz Sharif presented himself like such a great actor. He would have received an Oscar award for his performance if he had been performing in the movies." How do you view the Prime Minister's comments?
Prime Minister Imran Khan's recent interview with Pakistani TV channels on this particular Sama, then previously last month he also gave an interview to Express Television and a number of other TV networks where a number of questions were focused on Mr. Sharif. So Prime Minister Imran Khan looked quite confident as far as the legal process regarding the repatriation of extradition of Pakistan, but he has been quite sarcastic as far as the Nawaz Sharif's health issues, that termed him as an actor or acting or something like that. That is almost a bit non-serious comment that Ship Prime Minister, he should have focused more on legal and constitutional aspects of Nawaz Sharif's extradition to Pakistan. So he keeps on commenting on Nawaz Sharif's extradition issues, but no solid step so far has been taken by the government of Pakistan to bring the Nawaz Sharif back. And even what Shibli Pras told Associated Press, it is just a hint now that the government may initiate the legal process for extradition, and that will be also definitely take long time. So currently, the Pakistani
Right.
Prime Minister and cabinet ministers are just making political
Right.
statements, and there's no serious effort to bring Nawaz Sharif back to Pakistan.
Right. And since you mentioned this whole political aspect, let me end our conversation by asking you my last question. Mateen, how will this development now translate for the opposition, which has been rallying with full force? Having said that, there's also a lot of anger within the army over the verbal attacks that the PMLN Supremo has been making. How do you view the entire scenario panning out now?
Yes, that's quite, I think, a valid question. And Pakistani military and Pakistan's inter-services intelligence have been under attack by former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif for their alleged role in politics, although indirectly Pakistani establishment leaders have denied their any direct role into the political process or into the risk of elections. And in one of the background conversations, Pakistani anchors and journalists last month, Pakistan Army Chief also made it very clear that he didn't play any role in 2018 election. But however, as far as former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and he attacking the military and intelligence, and that created anger. So after this, now there may not be any soft corner in Pakistan establishment that have been definitely active behind this as far as key political developments are concerned. Behind this, they have been quite active. So after his massive attacks on military leadership, there will be no more soft corner. There will be no more mercy for him as far as Pakistani military establishment is.
Right. No more mercy for former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Nawaz Sharif, as far as the military establishment is concerned, and as far as the extradition treaty is concerned. Let's see how that pans out as Pakistan now tries to reach out to the UK. Having said that, thank you so much, Mateen Haider, for joining our broadcast with all those precious inputs.